So my friend Andre and I wanted to do something together, and Andre came up with the idea that we should get together in the studio, press record, and just see what happened, improvise some music and see how it sounded. I thought we needed a little extra of a starting point, and we were talking about ideas, and then when we talked about our names, combined together our surnames, so Andre Borges and Fernando Machado, putting together Borges Machado, we thought that it sounded like a construction company name. So then the click came, and I had this idea of going into a building site, recording some sounds, some banging, some hammering, some water running and everything, and then come back into a studio and improvising alongside and in dialogue with the sounds we were listening and from the construction site. And that's how we came up with our first piece of improvised music called Building Sites, which became also the name of our album. The idea of adding the S, so the first name we came up was Building Site, right? But then Andrea had this idea of building sites that open up for new interpretations of the name. So it's not only a plural of lots of different building sites, but also there's the action of building new sites through music.
So when we went to the building site, it was quite early, like 9ish, and so the sounds we got from it are not exactly the sounds one would expect from a building site, like very noisy, heavy machinery and things like that. Instead, we got some water jets here and there, some hammering here and there, a little bit of voice, steps, little bangings and knockings, and it's interesting because the track sounds very light, and it's a bit like it's the ghosts of the building site, like what happened there in the night, late night, where nobody's there to hear anything. The washing machine. Well, I've been hearing it singing, and those words it keeps saying for a long time already, and I always wanted to do something with it because it's so weird and clear. And then when Fernando and I we decided to work together and do this kind of work, it was just a perfect situation for us to do something with it. And then I took the Zoom to my place, we recorded it, and I still, every time I wash some clothes, now I have a different reference for its sounds.
After recording our pieces, we wanted to work with a producer that was not only good at their job, but also someone that would work as a third musician into the mix, someone that would bring new ideas to the table and also add new horizons to our concept. That's when the name André Magalhães came to our heads. André is not only a renowned producer from Brazil, but also an amazing instrumentalist and composer, and that was just the perfect match.
So, we also wanted to do some recording with more human sounds. And for the lanes, there is this place in Brighton called Kensington Gardens, which is a pedestrian zone, and it's perfect because it's full of people selling stuff, full of tourists passing by, children, dogs, cats, seagulls. Of course, this is Brighton, so the seagulls are always in the soundscape. And the idea was to walk the whole lane from beginning to end. It crosses two roads with cars and motorbikes as well. This is part of the North Lanes in Brighton. And so it was done with the Zoom again. I didn't go to this recording actually. Fernand did this one on his own.
And for this piece, we decided that we would like to have some real singing voices in it. And for that, we invited Francis Johnston, Tracy Milliner, and Seth Frangie, three amazing singers and improvisers that are part of the circle music sessions that I lead here in Brighton. And after we explained our concept to them and gave them a few instructions, they just went for it and just follow our lead. It was an amazing process, and the results are just mesmerizing.
The album cover and all the artwork is Rafael Oliveira's, who is also my partner, and he's the one that can manage to get two completely unrelated images together in a nice way. The cover, for example, with all the construction site and cranes, and in the background this weird image that most people believe it to be some sort of Van Gogh painting, and it's actually a close-up of some storms in Jupiter, image taken by NASA's Hubble, and all the details of the ads from the constructors that were replaced with our brand, the BM, Borges Machado.
Now, we would like to invite you to listen to our music. Building Sites is on all digital platforms, and you can find some of the links in the description of this video. Also, follow us on Instagram and Facebook and support our work, as well as keeping up to date with our activities. Thank you very much.